Good morning, kindergarten. Welcome to reading. Today is Tuesday, April 28, 2020. Hoy es martes, no te cases ni te embarques. All right, so for this week's reading, I pick the story Tops and Bottoms by adapted and illustrated by Janet Stevens. And with this story, we're going to practice the skill I can describe the characters in the setting of the story. So let's begin with our vocabulary words, and then I'll begin to read the story to you. Okay, so this is wealth. Can you say wealth? Good job. Wealth means when people have lots of money or lots of possessions, like a lot of things. En español significa riqueza. This is hair. Can you say hair? Good. It sounds like a hair, like your hair, but it's hair. Hair is a fast-running and long-eared mammal. So it's kind of looking like a big rabbit, but hair is another word for rabbit. En español significa liebre. Clever. Can you say clever? Good job. Clever is another word for smart or intelligent. En español significa inteligente. Can you say granite? So granite means when somebody growls. So in this case, they use this word to describe bear's behavior. En español significa gruñido. Harvest. Can you say harvest? Good job. Harvest means to collect crops or foods like vegetables and fruits. En español significa cosechar or cosecha. Profit. Can you say profit? Good. So profit means gains or get money from business when you sell stuff. So in this case, hair is going to get some profits from tricking the bear. En español significa lucro o ganancias. Scald. Scald means when somebody answers to you in a very angry way, like on the picture here. En español significa fruncir o contestar de una manera muy enojado. Tortoise. So tortoise is another word for turtle. En español significa tortuga. Tug. So tug means when you pull something very hard. En español significa arrancar o jalar con fuerza. Holler. Holler is when you call or say something very loud. En español significa gritar. So it's basically another word for screaming. Alrighty, let's begin. So try to find a spot in your house where you can actually listen to the story. This is a beautiful story. Once again, the name of the story is Tops and Bottoms by Janet Stevens. And Janet Stevens decided to actually print this book in a different way, which when you open the book, you start reading from the top to the bottom. So it's kind of hard for me to read in the big screen and for you guys to see the pictures. That's why I do it this way, where you can actually see the big picture. So when I read it, I have to read it from the top to the bottom. All right, so let's begin our story. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned a lamb too, But now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in a very bad shape. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Bear cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. The next day, Hare dropped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was what? Asleep. Hello, Bear. Wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have an idea. Bear opened one eye and grunted. We can be business partners, Hare said. All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I will do the hard working of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear. We're in this together. I will work and you will sleep. Huh? Said Bear. So what would it be, Bear? Asked Hare. The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms? Let's see, Bear said with a yawn. I'll take the top half, Hare. Right, tops. Hare smiled. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You can get the tops. I'll get the bottoms." Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. Bear stared at the pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You planted this field again, and this season I'll get the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, they watered, and they weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the tops, I'll get the bottoms." Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled all the bottoms for the bear and put the tops on his pile. Bear looked at his pile and scolded, "Hare, you cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled, "You planned this field again, Hare. You tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right, poor old Bear," sighed the Hare. "It's only fair that you get both the tops and the bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, they watered, and weeded, and watered and weeded some more. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms." There in front of Bear's house laid a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare dug up the roots and the bottoms and tousled at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I'll get the middles." "Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal." By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops and the bottoms and the middle." Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road towards home. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. The end. I hope you guys like the story. So that's a beautiful story. I love it. And let's go over the characters. Who are the characters in the story? That's right. Bear is one of the characters. And who else is the character in the story? So here is Bear. He's always sleeping. And here is Hare. Now, where did the story took place? What was the setting? That's right. It was the field in front of Bear's house. That's where the story took place. Good job, boys and girls. Practice those two things at home by telling someone in your family about the story. And the reason that I did the story this week is because Miss Mejia will be teaching you about plantings and all about plants this week. So make sure you watch our video, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow for a follow-up with the story. Bye-bye, guys.